कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदना व्रज जनरंजना यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदना व्रज जनरंजना यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजना यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय प्रभुपदा शिव प्रभुपदा श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। विच श्लोका? Which sloka? Give Bhagavad. 7 chapter. Canto 7 chapter. Canto 8 chapter 2. Sloka. 32. Okay. All of you have soft copy of Bhagavatam. You can see here. Okay. Okay. First sloka we'll recite together. Yah kaschanesho balinontaghoragad. Hard copy. Yah kaschanesho balinontaghoragad. प्रचंड वेगादविधावतो वृषम् भीतं प्रपन्नं परिपाति यद्भयान् मृत्यु प्रधावत्यर्णं तमीमहि. So So in this shloka, we find that somebody can read translation. Supreme Personality of God is certainly not known to everyone, but He is very powerful and influential. Therefore, although the substance of eternal time, which is fearful in force, endlessly chases, ready to solve it, if but who fears the serpent sees the terror of the Lord gives him protection. For even they runs away in fear of the Lord. If therefore surrender I therefore. I therefore surrender unto thee, the great and powerful supreme authority who is the actual center of it. Purport. One who is intelligent understands that there is a great and supreme authority above everything. The great authority appears indeed. So this shloka says what? Just a minute. Yah kaschanesho balinontako ragat. The Supreme Lord, who is the Supreme Controller, very powerful. Prachanda vegad abhidhavato brasham. And Lord is very, very powerful. Lord gives, so the one who takes shelter of Lord, he can get protection from the time factor, which is Prachanda vegad abhidhavato brasham, which is chasing everyone. Brasham means endlessly. Every hour, every time, every moment, every second, the serpent of time is chasing after us. And it's very fearful, time factor. Nobody wants it, but nobody can avoid it. But everybody will be subjugated by time to become old and leave this body. And it is very powerful. Bhitam prapannam paripati yad bhayan. So one who is afraid of death, he gets protection. Paripati, if he takes prapannam, if he surrenders to the Supreme Lord. Which Supreme Lord? Mrityu pradhavati aranam tam imahi. Fearing whom even the death runs away. So Gajendra is offering this prayer that that yah kaschanesho baleno antakoragat. Antakoragat means antaka uragat, the great serpent of time. Kaschaneshu, the supreme controller. So he says that Lord is very powerful and influential, but still nobody knows. He is not known to everyone. Therefore, although the serpent of eternal time, which is fearful in force, endlessly chases everyone, ready to swallow him, if one fears this serpent and seeks shelter of the Lord gives him protection. For even death runs away in fear of the Lord. I therefore surrender unto him, the great and powerful supreme authority, who is the actual shelter of everyone. So the real solution is to safeguard ourselves from death is what? To take shelter of Lord. The real shelter to transcend the influence of time is to take shelter of Lord. Because even time fears, time is Krishna only. The fear personified also fears Krishna. Like in case of Sandipani Muni's episode, we find that the Lord Krishna could bring somebody even from Yamloka back to life, the son of Sandipani Muni. So Krishna can do anything and everything. So if we have any fear, first of all we should fear time. The time is devouring all of us. And then we should seek the right solution also. What is the right solution? Seek shelter of Lord. Just like if you have gone to a foreign place, to an unknown place, and you entered in the fencing of the compound of that house, and immediately a very heavy bulldog starts chasing after you. And then you keep running around, round, round, round. The dog will keep chasing after you. But the moment you call out, the master's name, the dog acknowledges that, oh, you have got connection with the master. Then immediately becomes relaxed. He understands that you are not an unknown person. Same way, people are trying to run away from the time factor by using cosmetics or by making insurance or by trying to run faster and faster by improving their pace of technological advancement. But much against their desire, they are swallowed by the serpent of time, never to be seen again. So many great kings, great emperors, great personalities came and they all became dust, either in crematorium or in form of ashes. They are nowhere to be seen. So when Prabhupada had gone to France, then there was a statue of Napoleon, and and it was written that Napoleon is France, France is Napoleon. Then Prabhupada asked, France is here, but where is Napoleon? So like this, Prabhu, if we should try to see the influence of time. That nobody who was there is visible now, and nobody will be visible who are visible today. We should meditate on this. That after 100 years, none of these devotees will be visible here in this temple. Even the child who is running in corridor today won't be visible after 100 years. Only lordships will be visible. So we should take shelter of the Supreme Lord because He is the controller of time. How to take shelter of Lord? Well, if you can repeat shloka after me. Ayur harati vaipunsam udyamastam chayannasau udyanastam udyanastam chayannasau tasyarti yatshano uttama shloka vartaya. Yeah, so this is a very beautiful shloka. Ayur harati. Three two. I'm sorry. 2 3 17. So it says both by rising and by setting, the sun decreases the duration of life of everyone, except one who utilizes the time by discussing topics of the all good personality of Godhead. So the purport says beautifully that we should utilize the human form of life to revive our lost relationship with the Lord by accelerating our devotional service. So daily our acceleration should be increasing. And Prabhupada is saying that time and tide waits for no man. So we should not waste our time, but we should use it for realizing our spiritual values. Then Prabhupada is quoting that single moment wasted can never be regained again. So human life is to realize our spiritual identity and find out the permanent source of happiness. So Lord has got His holy name, form, qualities and pastimes, and we should associate with this. The more we associate with these holy name, form, qualities and pastimes of Lord, we transcend the influence of time. Then Prabhupada is quoting, saying that the sun fails to rob the pure devotee of his duration of life, inasmuch as he is constantly busy in the devotional service of the Lord, purifying his existence. So sun cannot take away our duration of life if we are engaged in devotional service. Just as a highly potent drug injected intravenously acts at once on the whole body, the transcendental topics of the Lord injected through the ear of the pure devotee of the Lord can act very efficiently. Understanding? So death is a symptom of material infection. Okay, let us read the purport of that previous verse. One who is intelligent understands that there is a great and supreme authority above everything. That great authority appears in different incarnations to save the innocent from disturbances. Paritranaya sadhuna. The Lord appears in his various incarnations. I may paraphrase the purport so you can just see where I am reading. The Lord appears for two reasons, to kill the demons and to protect the devotees. And here the elephant is intelligently deciding to take shelter of the Lord. So one should know the Lord and surrender to Him. The Lord personally comes here to tell us how we can be happy, but fools deny His supreme authority. Bhishasmadvirvata pavate Bhishodeti suryah. The shloka says that everything is due to the fear of Lord. The wind is blowing out of fear, sun is rising out of fear, death is chasing everyone out of fear of the supreme controller. The nature is working under Lord's supervision. He is the supreme controller. So any person who is intelligent will take shelter of the supreme controller. And then supreme controller himself coming as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Ramchandra, to show us by example how to surrender to him. Which incarnation? Yeah, you're understanding what I'm saying? Which here purpose is, can you understand where I'm reading? Lord Chaitanya has come personally to teach us how to take shelter of the Supreme Lord, Supreme Controller. Who's Supreme Controller? The one by whose fear sun is rising, the one by whose fear wind is blowing, the one by whose fear even death is chasing everyone. So when you know that somebody is Supreme Controller, you should take shelter of him. Like the moment you called the master's name, the dog stopped chasing after you. Same with the time factor, stop chasing a pure devotee or the devotee who starts calling out the holy names of the Lord, taking shelter of the 9 processes of devotional service. Then only we can transcend the influence of time. Then only a devotee becomes fearless. Bhajahu re mana Shri Nanda Nandana Abhay Charana Aravinda. The more we take shelter of the lotus feet of Lord, to that degree we become fearless. Fearless of time factor. We don't have fear of Maya, fear of time. Devotee is never fearful of time. We don't find that Parikshit Maharaj or Bhishma Dev or any character in Bhagavatam became fearful of his death. No. They're confident. No. Because they have taken shelter of the Supreme Controller. The Lord is coming here personally to teach us how we can take shelter of Lord. So Bhagavad Gita, Lord says that I am the devouring death, all devouring death. And I take away everything from living entity who has accepted material body. No one can say I don't fear death. Everyone fears death. But one who takes shelter of Lord, he is saved. One may argue, but does devotee not die? The devotee also dies because body is material. The difference is one who takes shelter of Lord is protected by Krishna. The present body is last. He will not get another body. Like somebody came to Prabhupada and told Prabhupada, can you protect him from cancer? Can Krishna consciousness help him to not to so that he gets cured from cancer? Prabhupada says, yes, I can give a solution by which he will not get cancer again. Understanding? This will be last body. That does not mean devotee will not die. Devotee will die, but he won't take rebirth to die again. This will be last death. This should be our last death. So that's what Prabhupada is saying, that Tyaktva deham punna janma nayati mamiti swarjana. He goes back to Godhead. We are always in danger because death is taking every moment. Every moment death is taking place actually. How? Our body is dying at every moment. Only the final death is visible very distinctly. But even before that also we should try to observe death taking place within us and death taking place around. And deterioration, decaying taking place around in world also. And then we will not be fearful when the ultimate death will be visible to our eyes. It is not that Gajendra was afraid of death. Huh? It is not that Gajendra, I'm sorry, it is not that only Gajendra was afraid of death. Everyone should fear death because everyone is caught by the crocodile of eternal time and can die any moment. The way Gajendra was caught up by the crocodile, same way we are all caught up by crocodile of time factor. Somebody is swallowed 50% inside Gajendra, somebody is 80%, somebody only face is visible outside Gajendra, right? Body is inside Gajendra. Means yes, past is 90% life. And we can't say also that who has passed how much percent. It can be that somebody who is only 30 years, he has passed his 90 years, 90% of his life. Next year is going to be swallowed by Gajendra. So we are not sure even of our next moment. We don't know how much time is left in our life. So we should fervently offer prayers and take shelter of Lord the way Gajendra is taking. That's what Boba is telling. The best course is take shelter of Lord and be saved from the struggle for existence. So, who is the person to whom somebody may ask Gajendra that who is the person to whom you are surrendering? So here Gajendra is telling whom am I taking shelter of? He is telling what? I am taking shelter of the Lord, due to by whose fear the wind blows, by whose fear the sun rises, the by whose fear fire, moon, and death flee out of the fear of the Lord. So, like this, we are taking shelter of the Supreme Controller. Any questions? No questions? Certain type of when problem is there, how to take shelter of Lord? Can you switch off this fan? Too much sound. Okay, how to take shelter of Lord in dangerous situation? Huh? We should associate with those who are always taking shelter of Lord. Then whether we are in danger or not, actually it is always danger only, but we are not acknowledging it. Really. And suddenly when something happens, we tell this is danger. No, this isn't it. We are always in vulnerable situation only. Who will fall when from a staircase? Nobody knows. What will happen to whom? Nobody knows. Today some pain happens in body and you go to doctor and he says that you are in cancer third phase. 1 more month. Then he says now I am in danger. No, you are already in danger phase. Already we are dying. Already we are miserable. We need fan, we need light, we need food, we need to go for number one, number two. So much complication in body. We don't know what is happening in that body, in our own body now. Nothing we are sure of. What will happen by evening, what will happen by tomorrow. But still we are confidently making plans after plans. So actually if you observe it properly, Prabhu, we are always in dangerous position. Only that sometimes it's distinctly visible. But that does not mean that it was not there before. It is now also there. So always we should meditate like this. And don't waste our time. So one of the symptoms of a devotee is sincere sadhaka, he does not waste his time. Either his hand is always in feedback or he is always reading or hearing something he is doing. He is never idle. Because he knows that what? Death can come at any moment. And after it comes, we won't be given even 1 minute extra to chant one round extra. So why do you want to lament at that time? So we should always take shelter of Lord. So you don't have services. Yeah, basically, Prabhu, or Prabhupada's mercy, we have got bead bag in our hand. Our hand should not come out of bead bag. We have to reduce the passion of our mind so much so that our mind starts liking reading Prabhupada books, chanting holy names, and deriving shelter in these core activities. The more passion will calm down, to that degree we will be able to take shelter of Lord in goodness. So first come to goodness and then try practicing the core activities of bhakti always. That always either we are reading or hearing, no gossiping around, no passing time. So Prabhupada said that so eternal engagement is there. At no point of time one can tell that now I don't have anything to do. We always have our bead bag with us. We always have Prabhupada books with us. You either keep chanting or keep reading, no problem. Always. You take rest, take prasad, go for number one, number two. And keep chanting and keep reading. And do the needful about other side things. Services and all. Somebody asked Prabhupada, what will please you the most? Prabhupada said, you love Krishna. That will please me the most. So how do you love Krishna? By chanting his holy names, by spending time with Krishna. The easiest way to spend time with Krishna is by chanting his holy names. And by reading Prabhupada books. So everything becomes very simple if you just hold on to simple activities of Krishna consciousness. Understanding? And associate with associate with devotees who are like this. Otherwise it will look difficult. How we can always chant? No, you associate with devotees who are always chanting. Associate with the devotees who don't waste their time. Associate means they will not talk with you because they are always chanting. You just be with them. Automatically you will derive inspiration from them by seeing their lifestyle. The way he's always his feedback only. He does not talk here and there. When either he's physically engaged in some service or is with feedback, no gossiping around, no loitering around, or he's always in kirtan or somewhere. So such association we should derive inspiration from. Then it becomes easy. Then you get some role model. Oh, it is possible for me. Let me take baby steps. I'll chant this many rounds extra, or I'll read this much without sleep without reading. I'll not go to sleep this much time. Like this, you pack yourself. Like this, you pack your schedule. Then always you have something pending. What is pending? My rounds are pending. What is pending? My reading is pending. So you'll automatically start side tracking the side things, side conversations, gossiping around, loitering around, roaming around, passing time around. Or let me go and do something for others. Let me go and give out Krishna consciousness. Distribute prasad, distribute books, distribute Harinam to others. So life is very short. If you just do these basic activities, everything will fall at its proper place. Our sadachar will improve, consciousness will improve, Guru's and Krishna's mercy will come. Only thing which makes it difficult is our own mind. We should not hear our mind. We should hear the Guru Sadhu Shastras. Mind will keep telling, do nonsense, do this, do that. But why you should do? Let's suppose you keep telling me something, but I am just neglecting you. How long will you keep telling me? After some time you will stop telling. So your mind will keep telling. Fifth canto gives a solution. The easiest way to control the mind is to neglect the mind. Just like yesterday we had gone for Harinam. So a drunkard was there. We made announcement, we made every channel, but he was drunk and he was nagging behind us for something. Nobody could understand what he's asking. So what we did? We just neglected him as if he is not existing. The more we were showing him that, the more we were telling, take this prasad, take this, the more he was becoming heavy on us. The mind is like that. The more you give attention to the mind becomes heavy and makes a simple Krishna conscious activity to be very difficult. How I can chant whole day? Why you cannot chant whole day? What is so difficult in chanting? Put your hand in mid-back and sit. But the more you neglect the mind, its demands, its whims, its independent thoughts on style, the more it becomes pacified and calm down. So you keep neglecting the drunkard, then after that he becomes like as if you are not existing for him. Then he stops nagging behind you. The mind, the drunk mind. Understanding? Sit with Prabhupada books. What else to do? Nothing else to do. Sit with Prabhupada books. Somebody asked Bhakti Charasama why we are in Bhakti Charasama. We have joined ashram to read Prabhupada books. And in YPTC, Radhesham was telling that showed on some quote of Prabhupada where Prabhupada is telling that for chanting, going 1 hour Harinam daily is more important than your 16 rounds. You saw that quote? So how much Prabhupada is strong about going out for Harinam? And we need attendance system, we need this, that to inspire devotees for Harinam. We should be self-inspired. Then I don't care who is coming or not, I will go. Just there should be, if there is one more devotee, I'll be very fortunate. You be like that, Prabhu. Don't see the world around. Nobody is going to be there with us at the time of death. We will have our individual death and individual exams of our consciousness. Even if you don't crack the exam, no problem. At least you attempted well, na? Lord sees our attempt. So these basic activities we should hold on to. Then it all becomes very easy. Then this taking shelter and no, Prabhu, am I taking shelter? And these all questions only will not come because you are always in shelter only. You are never out of shelter. You are always in shelter. So Gajendra kind of situation we will not undergo. Before entering in the lake, if Gajendra had been offering prayers like this, then this suggestion only would not have come. Or whether even if it would have come, there won't be much difference. But now he's looking very sincere and serious because previously he was not. So we should be always sincere and serious because actually we are always ever caught in mouth of crocodile of Maya and time. But we are still peaceful. Despite caught by crocodile of serpent time. Relax sleeping in daytime. फैन चालू कर दो आराम सो जाओ crocodile के मुंह में. The Bhagavatam forest of material enjoyment says that that sleep is like like serpent swallowed by python. Or another example it gives that like somebody is thrown deep into the forest, unconscious. Like that, the jiva is lying in daytime under fan, totally forgetful of his existence. Then you have to go back to garden, and he's taking day rest after prasad. So how much time loss is happening? Time is losing. The time you won't get that time after when death will come. Doctor can't give you half an hour day rest extra time. If you had taken day rest, can I get the time now to chant? So that time got wasted. So we should reduce our time waste and we should increase our time investment. You be the example that I don't take day rest, I'll chant 4 rounds extra instead of half an hour day rest. That half an hour day rest concept is something. You strike out day rest and chant 4 rounds extra. So day rest concept means 4 rounds extra. आराम हराम है. सुना ना आपने? आराम क्या है? हराम. हराम मतलब क्या है? हराम is abusing word it is. हराम. तो आराम क्या है भक्ति में? हराम है. जो आराम करेगा उसका हराम हो जाएगा. कौन करेगा हराम उसका? माया करेगी. You should not do haram in bhakti. You have not joined ISKCON to do haram. दुनिया हाय कर रही है पैसा कमाने के लिए प्रभु, और हम भक्ति लेने के बाद भी डे रेस्ट में पंखा चालू करके सो रहे हैं. So I'm just telling that, we should see ourselves. What is my gear? We cannot apply. Somebody's health is not good, somebody slept late, did not get proper rest in night. That is not different thing. Health is not good or something. But we should individually take responsibility of our own schedule, of our own outlook towards our life and towards our shelter. That how much am I taking shelter? How much I am willingly trying to improve? How much I am willingly trying to take further steps in my Krishna consciousness? These others will not do for us. We only have to do. I will give class and go, but ultimately doing part is yours only. And if you keep hearing this class, okay, class is done, attendance is marked, P is there, and your schedule remains same, then this all is acknowledged by our Paramatma in our heart. That so many times I told him, but still he is bent upon living in same way. And he is expecting me to give him realizations. So Krishna is a person, he is not Nirakar. He sees that what we are hearing, how much we are trying to apply, how much we are trying to follow. And you will see me also, what I am speaking and how much I am myself following, or how much I am trying to follow what I am speaking. So these basic activities only will keep your Krishna consciousness very lively. Any other question? If you just take shelter like this, there won't be any problem in Krishna consciousness. Just all problems are only because we are not taking right shelter in the right way. 99% problems, all the questions, everything which happens is only because our japa is not proper. 99% problems are connected to the japa. And so much, if you don't work out like this, then after some time, what mind says? That I have been hearing the same solution for last 20 years. Does it really work? Yes, Prabhu, it works, but you are not applying it. How much did you try to apply? You should try to apply the knowledge that we are hearing. Make a schedule, take responsibility of your schedule, that I will not waste my time in daytime. I'm not today onwards, I'm not going to do this. Be determined like this. Then you bring some changes in your life. Take your baby steps. Give up the association of the so-called friends by whose inspiration you feel like sleeping in daytime, by whose inspiration you feel like talking some prajalpa, or by whose inspiration you don't feel inspired to chant extra rounds. Not needed such kind of association. You should associate with the devotees by whose presence you feel like extra rounds, no day rest, totally mission oriented, always thinking about others, always being Krishna conscious, like always in battle. So there has to be some heat inside. The Bible says now that either be hot or cold. I spit you out if you are lukewarm. Lukewarm means ऐसा ढीला ढाला भक्ति चलता है प्रभु, चल रहा है, चला रहे हैं. कैसा प्रभु चल रहा है? So life won't be very thrilling and inspiring after some time. Today it's going on because prasadam is nice. We are getting nice prasad, we are able to continue. Tomorrow something happens, then first thing we'll pack up our luggage and go. Because there was no self-inspiration. There was no fire of Krishna consciousness. It was just like, flowing with the waves. And then we see in history that so many came and gone. Yesterday one speaker was telling the number of devotees are in ISKCON. Twice of this number has left ISKCON after coming. So we should try to understand that what we have got and what is our outlook towards it. So movement will spread in every nook and corner of the village and town. But how many will take seriously? That is not predicted. Understanding? Opportunity will be there, like we have got. But how much will I take and go back? Will I really go back to God? That is not predicted. That is in my hand. That is on my free will. That is on my determination. That is on my endeavor to improve my consciousness. That is depends on my honesty, my accountability. Understanding? Okay. We'll read the summary of next chapter. Any questions? Anything you speak that I spoke little heavy which you are not able to digest? I spoke little basic things. Just try to bring it in application. Things will automatically start solving. Life will become very simple. No complications. Bath is very simple, but who makes it complicated? Because of our mind. What complication is there? Don't find faults, don't talk ill of others. Just tolerate the other ups and downs and keep chanting, keep reading, keep doing services, chup chap, no gossiping, no gossiping around. Where is the time, Prabhu? So much time. How we have so much time? We don't have time actually. You complete your morning program, wash your clothes, go for number one, number two, take prasad. Even then do your services and chant. Like this day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year will go. Go for it now. You keep yourself busy always. Then you are always in shelter. You are never out of shelter. You are always in lap of Lord. Nothing can happen to you. No harm will happen to you. You will be under full direction, full protection of Lord. There won't be any scope of Maya to do anything for you because you are directly in lap of Lord. By always chanting, by always taking shelter of Devi Prakriti. The limbs of Bhakti don't belong to external energy. The Bhakti Shakti belongs to internal potency of the Lord. So whoever is performing Bhakti always, though he is visible in external world, but he is not under the influence of external energy. He is under the influence of Devi Shakti. So that power we should understand of pure Bhakti and take shelter in the same. In this chapter, okay, chapter 3, Gajendra's prayer of surrender. In this chapter, the prayers by Gajendra, the king of the elephants, are described. Basically, why I spoke so much, Prabhu? Because often we know many things, but we are not ready to bring little changes in our life and schedule. What is little change? Little change is, that tell me some little changes. Huh?
Taking rest.
Not taking day rest. What else little change? I'm making a commitment. I'll chant this many extra rounds. Prabhupada never said 16 rounds maximum. And that is 16 rounds are made for Westerners. Indian bodies are very much in mode of goodness. Because movement had to be started. So Prabhupada made 16 rounds for whom? But we have capacity to chant more than 16 rounds. And then Prabhupada said we should think why 16 rounds, why not 16,000 rounds? So always keep chanting, Prabhu. If you are not able to chant here, what will you do in Golok Vrindavan? In Golok Vrindavan there is 24/7 chanting only. Chanting is the best service. There is no higher service to Lord than chanting holy names. That's all activities is only to chant. All services, everything that we do is to develop our taste for chanting. So if you work out in a chanting, everything else will develop by our purity, by our spiritual strength. To expand business, we don't expand ISKCON and activities of ISKCON. We don't need managers of big multinational companies. We need devotees. Devotees with power of devotion they should have. By power of devotion of Srila Prabhupada, ISKCON could be expanded all over the world in 12 years. Otherwise, materially it is impossible. What Prabhupada did. It was not material power and material skills of Prabhupada. It was spiritual devotional power and strength of Prabhupada by which he could expand ISKCON all over the world within less span of time. The movement has started after somebody got 2 heart attacks with no surety. Why? With the real power and real strength is of devotion, purity, spiritual strength, spiritual intelligence. That all comes when we take shelter of Lord through hearing and chanting. Sadachar will improve, consciousness will improve, everything will improve automatically. If you work out on the root, what are the root? So somebody was telling that there is something called glamorous ISKCON and real ISKCON. Glamorous ISKCON means puja, la, pratishtha, competition, YouTube viewers, channel after channel. And what is real ISKCON? The real ISKCON is holding your bead bag and Prabhupada books in your hand, and there is nothing else in life. And if at all something is there after that, that is to do something for others, going out for Harinam and book distribution. This is real ISKCON. We're begging the outsider to please chant holy names, begging the outsiders by distributing the prasad, distributing the books, giving them Harinam. This is real ISKCON. Janma sarthe kari, paropakar. These activities are real ISKCON. The soul will flourish on its own by your devotion and purity and sincerity, by your spiritual purity. So often we forget to water the root and we keep watering the whole tree. Somebody is whole day busy in management, busy in services, busy in projects, busy in expanding, but he has no time to chant even one round extra, or he has no time to read Prabhupada books. That means there is too much. Which mode? If he is not reading Prabhupada books, not reading daily. Prabhupada says real tapasya means Prabhupada says reading my books 3 hours a day. That is real tapasya. Don't read 3 hours, at least something we should read now. Start. When? Regularly? Regularly nahin. Daily. Daily. So how we can be leaders if we don't know, if we have not read Prabhupada books already? How many of you have completed all Prabhupada books, small books, medium books? Bhagavatam, CC, everything. No, Bhagavatam, CC, all. That is all books. So we should aspire that before I leave this body, I want to complete it quickly. I mean, let's suppose if after 1 month I won't be there. That means 1 month is only left. So it will be a great loss if I don't read Prabhupada books in human life. So let me complete as fast as possible. And after completing, doing what? Read again. The make simple goals, Prabhu. Simple goals will bring a lot of change in our life. Prabhupada spent sleepless nights to write books for you and me. And we are sleeping in daytime, saying that no time for reading Prabhupada books. So we should introspect our sadhana card. And if not, at least start feeling, then we'll be able to introspect. This basic attitude towards Krishna consciousness will attract mercy of Lord and everything will start flourishing. All questions, all things, nothing will be there. Everything will be very crystal clear. That what am I supposed to do and how am I supposed to do. Avyartha kalatam you will be very much conscious, you will be always taking shelter, you will develop humility, you will develop all Vaishnava qualities. It's all will happen by mercy of Lord if we just develop little attitude, proper attitude. Yesterday then Prabhupada says that advancement of practitioner depends on the attitude of the follower. What is our attitude? Attitude does not mean something big we only have to do. Attitude means just bring some small changes with good outlook. Then automatically mercy will come and then everything will flourish. Be ideal, which you want to see around you. Don't expect that others will be ideal, then only I'll become ideal one day. Who is ideal around me? No, don't worry like that. You be the ideal. Then seeing you others will become. Be a part of solution. If 5 devotees are sleeping and they see one devotee is getting up and reading Bhagavatam, then what? At least one of them will feel, no, oh, I have not read. Today only Prabhuji told in class that I should read daily. Why am I sleeping today only? Let me get up and read. So who acknowledges this effort? Paramatma in our own heart. It's not something big you have done. You have done very small thing, but Paramatma will acknowledge. Success of our life is to be acknowledged by Krishna. Otherwise, we will be acknowledged by the whole world. But what is the use? It's the greatest loss because Guru and Krishna did not acknowledge. But even the whole world does not acknowledge, no problem. Guru and Krishna should acknowledge at the time of death. That is success of life. Okay? Any other question? So, otherwise, otherwise our classes should be very practical proof. Otherwise, a lot of things we do, but there is no change. And then we keep getting defeated by Maya. So do this. And all of you please pray for me also that I continue following and aspiring in this direction only. I'm not very intelligent person, but don't know many Acharya's commentaries and all. I can't give very scholarly classes and all. But one thing I need to understand that if I just follow the program which Prabhupada has given, morning program, Harinam, book distribution, reading Prabhupada books, not offending devotees, not criticizing, चुपचाप जो बोला वो करते रहो, बस. And rest all tolerate without complaining. Keep some 1 or 2 good friends or good inspiration souls in your life, and keep serving all other devotees. Fold their clothes, serve them prasadam. Think that I'm very low. Then these 5-6 things are there. And disconnect yourself from all other this relations and all. Not needed. Do the needful. Not needed means you may be doing something, but don't put your attachment there. Do the needful, I said. Do the needful means so that let it go on. But our heart should not be there. Our heart should be in these core activities of Krishna consciousness. ठीक है? Go for Gaur Aarti, go for Harinam, go for book distribution, take some books, go out. Chant extra rounds. Don't keep chanting also. Think about others also. There should be balanced life schedule. Balanced life schedule means Janma Sarthak and Paropkar also. Not there only Janma Sarthak going on. Whole day is chanting on. Go outside and do also. Otherwise we cannot keep chanting. Harinam Prabhu will be pleased when we give the mercy of Harinam Prabhu to others. Then Harinam Prabhu blesses us that we also develop taste for chanting. Take some books, go out. That I won't come back unless I distribute these 5 small books. Simple, no? Book distribution, Harinam, chanting, attending full morning program, no criticizing, no fault finding, no day rest, taking care of our health properly, no gossiping, no talking in background about devotees, always glorifying everybody, seeing good in everybody. And rest all, whatever is not appealing, tolerating it, understanding that it's my own mind to tolerate it. Then we will never get into crisis the way Gajendra underwent. Huh? I seek all of your prayers to continue my own practices in this way and trying in the same direction. ठीक है? हरे कृष्ण. शिला प्रभुपाद की जय.